Okay, y'all, excuse my hair and excuse if I'm a little slurry on my words. I'm a little tipsy. Had a moment with friends tonight. So yeah. All right. So anyway, let's get into Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Okay. The first scene was Arian. She meets with Betty Idol and D Smith, and Arian. She goes into this whole thing that she can sing. I had no idea that Arian can sing, which is Mimi's friend. I had no idea she could sing, but apparently she can sing, and she's been withheld for a long time. She blamed her mother and her sisters and everything for holding her back, but really it's just been her this whole time. I imagine being the whole sidekick, being the best friend all the time. Is a little bit of a buzzkill. I wouldn't know right now because I'm kind of in the moment. But I imagine it would be kind of a buzzkill. She was just like she really wanted to meet with D Smith, somebody who's respected in the industry, yada yada. She's worked with a lot of people, and she's wanting to meet with her. Arian starts to cry. Betty Idol and Betty Idol and D Smith is right there, being together and hugging her and this and that. See, I feel like in a way I could possibly like Betty Idol and D Smith separately, but when they're together, they're a mess. They're a hot ass mess. They're poison. They're just drama and messy and just mean, and just so full of BS and just shady as hell. But separately, I feel like they're okay. Well, at least D Smith is for the most part. Betty Idol, I still won't like, but I think she's cute. Looking at this episode, I think Betty Idol looks a lot like Carly Red a little bit. A little bit. If y'all squint closely, Betty Idol and Carly Red look alike, just in my opinion. But anyway, so D Smith is looking forward to work with Arian and all that yada yada. All right, sweet dreams. So Deb, she's talking to Bambi and Tammy. Deb Antney, Waka Flocka Mama. They're talking and having their moment, and Bambi and Tammy, they're talking. Bambi brings up the whole thing that happened last week at K Michelle's album release party, or the week before that, whatever the hell. And she was just like, she came in with Arian and everything, but then Betty Idol and D Smith was there, and they, came at her, wholeheartedly and all that good stuff. They came at her strong, and Bambi was just like, what? I have a lot of transgender friends, and I wouldn't want to disrespect them or disrespect the whole community of people by saying something disrespectful about Bambi, about D Smith, and everything because D Smith was coming for her. But what Bambi said was that as soon as it was Bambi, Arian, D Smith, and Betty Idol. And as soon as Bambi sat down, she was just like, I really don't feel comfortable here. Why am I here? And this and that. And then that's when D Smith said something as, a reaction or whatever. But there was no need. Of course they was going to get into it. Both their homegirls got, drama between them. So, of course. But they had that whole moment. And Deb Antney, she's trying to set up this whole anti-bullying panel. Excuse me. Alcohol makes you tired a little bit, don't it, y'all? And I hate that dry mouth feeling that alcohol gives you. A mess. But anyway, D Smith, Deb was just like she wants to set up this whole panel with a lot of people and she stopped this whole anti-bullying thing because her son, which is Waka Flocka's brother, committed suicide because of internet bullying, and this really is a serious thing, like no joke. So she wanted to set up this whole panel. She wanted D Smith to be on the panel. The girls was just like, I don't know about D Smith, like it's not gonna work, but yada yada. But Deb Antney is still, um, um, excited to possibly meet with D Smith and for her to be a part of this whole panel thing, this whole anti-bullying panel moment. Okay, so moving on, we have Scrap and KK. Um, they're talking, and I think they're having this whole little photo shoot moment. And KK, she was just like, you know what? I used to be Team Tommy, but Tommy is a drunk, And at least Tiara's letting Scrappy see the baby on his last days. Everybody know he has this whole weed charge thing, and that and he might be locked up for like 30 years, but I think he's gonna get 5 years, and then 20 years of like, I don't know, probation or some shit. I watch Lovely T. Y'all know her? Follow YouTuber. She's awesome. Lovely T. 202 2002, I believe. Believe that's it. But anyway, she spilled all the tea on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Basically, all the storylines are shitty and fake, and um, that Tiara and Scrap, that's definitely their son together, but they ain't been together for years. He was never with Tommy. Apparently, Scrap has an actual, like, a few months old son by this girl, and she don't want to be on Love and Hip Hop, and it's just a whole bunch of mess. Which, I truly believe, Lovely T, and I truly believe this whole thing. But we're gonna act like we're just gonna continue this whole season out. How about that? But yeah, shouts out to Lovely T. Hey girl, love you. All right. So moving on, we have Scrap and KK, and they're having their whole moments, photo shoot, yada yada. He ends up telling his son that Daddy has to go away for a while, and I want you to be good and hold it down. The son starts crying and all that stuff, and it was just really it kind of touched my heart a little bit. Plus, when you get drunk a little bit, you kind of get emotional anyway. So okay, so Deb talks to D Smith, and they're talking, and D Smith, she was just like, I don't really know why Deb called me, but we'll see. Deb starts to talk that she called her there. I can't do the Deb voice right now. I really can't. She was just like, I called you here for many different reasons. One reason is for you to be a part of this whole panel, this whole anti-bullying panel. D Smith, she felt a little remorse for Miss Deb losing her son to suicide. She goes on about the whole how transgender people commit suicide and stuff, which is a fact. It's just awful, by the way. Um, and they started to talk, and Tammy started getting a little defensive when because it was her son. D Smith was throwing shade left and right, saying I was always you know, told to respect my elders, so I'm gonna let her talk, even though I know she feeding me bullshit. And you know, I don't know what D Smith is trying to prove, but D Smith, you really have to stop like being so defensive and aggressive all the time. Like, stand up for yourself, of course. Anybody who's a part of the LGBT community, that's what the fuck we have to do. But you need to chill and just be a little bit more open to opinions and to understanding people. She's so defensive and shady. And it's just like she that guard is it just has pit bulls behind it. Like, chill out and like, just listen to what other people say. Like, you're not the only person that has an opinion here. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, they don't understand what you've been through. They probably never will, but at least y'all can at least try to get along as people. You can at least get along with people, right? If you're going to be a part of this show. I mean, God, it's annoying to watch at this point, Like, girl, I mean, calm down. Like, my God. Let's chill out and let it go. But anyway, they're talking, and, these, this whole freaking episode, Mom, Deb Antney, when she had on that gray wig, she reminded me of Mrs. Claus, dipped in chocolate. Who comes around on a special night? Santa comes around on a special night. Ho, 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 cherry nose, cap on head, suit that's red. Must be Santa, must be Santa. Must be Santa, Santa Claus. I was just like, okay, Deb Antney, fuck them up. Okay, so moving on along, Mimi is determined, y'all. Mimi is determined to find the missing baby link, to figure out the whole case of, do Stevie J got one or two or three or four or five or six kids out there? Why, Mimi? Why do you give a damn? You was a fool, Mimi, with your fake lesbian ass. You was a fool for letting go of Chris. You really is, because I felt like Chris was really down for you, and I actually liked Chris. I thought Chris was a little aggressive and needed to calm down a little bit, and realize that at the end of the day, you can't get mad if people see you as a female. Um, but I actually liked Chris. I feel like I could be cool with Chris, low key. But Mimi is stupid, and she's forever. Mimi is just thirsty for attention, and she'll get it any way that she can. And Ben and Stevie J and Jocelyn's mess. If that's what the fuck she got to do for attention, then she definitely would do that. Which is sad. She's definitely she's on her Inspector Gadget shit, her Harriet the Spy moments, and she's definitely trying to crack the case. Do Stevie J got more kids out there? And she's talking to him. And he's still crashing on her couch, and it's just whatever. Okay, Mimi and Arian, they meet up with D Smith to talk, and there's D Smith. She's throwing mad shade again. D Smith was just like, talking, imitating Deb Antney, talking about why you talk about my son. Like her voice got really, really deep, deeper than I could ever go. It's too low of octaves. Like I can't. Shouts out to the bass singer in Boys to Men, you know. But anyway, she was just throwing shade. It was just like Deb met with me, but she got defensive of her son, and she was just like, let your son be an example and not excuse or something that she said, which I actually agree with, but I couldn't understand what the hell she said. But Mimi and Arian basically convinced her that she should be on the panel. One thing that I can say about Betty Idol that's good, I guess, is that she does stick by her friend. Right, wrong, and indifferent, she definitely sticks by D. Smith. And which at the end of the day, I can appreciate that because I know what I'm going to get from Betty Idol. At least she doesn't like flip flop and, she's cool with Tammy one minute and then she's not cool with her. She's cool with this person and she's not cool with, at least she's the same, bitch, sorry. At least she's the same cunt. At least she's the same person throughout, and I could definitely appreciate that. Um, so there you go with that. Okay, so Mimi looked really pretty with her braids, by the way. Okay, so we have Scrap and Saz. They have a moment where they calling on Allah. They let their hair down. They took the braids out, and they have their two sons. Scrap and Saz is, of course, brothers and the sons of the legendary Clark sister, lost Clark sister, KK. Yes, God. KK got to be the lost Clark sister. There's no. She got to be. Look how she dresses. Like, look at her hair. She got to be either that or she's one of K Michelle aunts. Seriously. Where the hell is K Michelle, by the way? I ain't seen K Michelle on a few episodes. But anyway, we're gonna move right on along. Okay, so they have the whole moment. Scrap and and Saz, they have a moment. Saz is just like, look, Dad wasn't there, so you was kind of like my father and this and that, and I really appreciated you and this and that, and y'all kind of stepped up and kind of raised me and this and that, and yada to yada to yada to yada. So there was a touching scene. Turn. Okay, so we'll get to the whole panel moment. We have drunk ass, crazy ass, you know, hay laying ass, egg laying ass, Mama D on the counter, on the council, on the panel. And that she's talking, but she's actually talking sense. I guess she popped a pill or two. And we have Deb Antney, of course, Tammy, Bambi's in the audience. I thought Bambi was gonna be on the panel, but whatever. But Bambi wasn't on the panel. They had, it was actually kind of like a LGBT event. It was kind of like if y'all watch on VH1 Out in Hip Hop with Milan and Miles from Love Hip Hop Hollywood when they was on there, and they had Big Freed on there, had Karama Brown on there from the Next 15 and Real World way back in the day. Back in the day, I was in love, I'm not in love anymore. Some days I said I wish I was in love again. Ba-ba, 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 ba-ba. Irresponsible things we would do. Fall asleep on the phone, skipping school. Now I'm back to the future, missing you. Like my sweet baby, my sweet thing. Like candy, feel like real love, not just play, play. Missing you, my sweet baby. A little candy bling moment from Mariah Carey album. Anyway, y'all look it up. Candy Bling was everything. I love Candy Bling. Candy Bling was on Memoirs of an Imperfect Angel, 2009, darlings. You know, with I Want to Know What Love Is and Obsessed and Hate You and Up Up My Face and Angels Cry and and you know It's a Rap and darlings, laying in the bed playing Jodeci. I'm gonna let it go. But anyway, so we had that whole moment, and I lost my place. No, I didn't. Okay, so Mama D was talking some sense, popped the pills. Okay, then all of a sudden D Smith and her jaw came in. I wish she finds another wig besides that brown wig, that old Sandy Brown. That was the same wig Beyonce had on when she first came out solo. That Crazy in Love wig. I don't like it. I wish she get rid of it. And she came in and it just so happened that they had kind of finished talking. Then all of a sudden, Deb wanted to open the audience to questions. So Deb started to talk, and of course, the first person that hopped up was D Smith. Um, she talked about her story a little bit. She talked about being black and being in the LGBT community, and all the shit that you kind of got to go through, and as black people, as black men, we're supposed to be strong and the leaders of the household. And for a lot of people, the worst thing that you can be in the black community is gay. you know you've been in and out of jail a lot of times. You got a bunch of kids, you ain't shit, you ain't taking care of, whatever. None of that compares to, it seems like, the embarrassment of just being fucking gay, being who you are, who you was born to ultimately be. I know some cases are different, but most cases, most people are born gay. I truly do believe that. Like, and parents just, they just choose to ignore it when they're little, but you definitely see signs of who the hell they are. Some kids come out throwing daggers. I mean, it's just what it is. You see all the little boys over here playing, and what his ass doing? Jump roping, making up steps and shit like I was. I mean, it is what it is. Chawada wada, baby. So, I mean, slip and slide thing, So I'm sure y'all like drunk chase, don't you? That ain't got no more juice. Anyway, that was that whole moment, and they started talking. Tammy started to talk. Tammy, really, to be honest, Tammy was the one that started to get a little personal. She was just like, you know what, I wanted to be cool with you, but you can't, you know, you can't be like, oh, my husband has opinions, so you think that I think the same way and this and that. And she was just like, if that's the case, a lot of the shit that he did, I would go for. And he did a whole bunch of shit, which I truly believe. I think Walker cheated on Tammy probably once or twice, allegedly, but I'm pretty sure that he has. But she stayed just like Beyonce, so whatever. So they, was going back and forth. D Smith hit her hands on the counter, on the stand that she was standing on the podium. And so then all of a sudden Dale Smith was just like, we not doing this. I can't. Okay, Taiwan, I can't. So D Smith was just like, look, I'm not doing this, and we're not gonna, have a, issue with this. I'm talking about Deb, I meant. D Smith got up and walked off. Some other transgender in the audience that hasn't changed her voice yet was just like, y'all not gonna come for my girl and this and that. So, it was just moments, it truly was. I don't know. I want, see, I really keep trying, because I really, honestly, I want to support anybody that's in the LGBT community. But D Smith is really rubbing me the wrong way, and has been for a minute. I just want her to chill the fuck out, calm the fuck down, and be a little fucking nice. That's really all I want. I don't think Tammy is a hard person to talk to. I think Tammy is cool, honestly. Bambi is a little bit more ratchet than Tammy is, but I think that you can talk to Bambi too. I just want D Smith and all the girls to just hug it out. But it's a hard thing with the black community accepting people, and especially people who are gay and all that, and then transgender, just like a step further than gay. So it's just like, whoa, it's like definitely hard. Then next week we have Scrappy. He's going to be talking to D Smith, and he's going to make some comments and everything, and it's just like, it's just a whole lot of drama and mess. I don't know when we're gonna like rise above everything as a people and just accept people for who they are. But D Smith, the way that you're going about it's not gonna happen, dear. You can't be an asshole to people and expect roses back, or expect for them not to be an asshole to you. Life don't work like that, mama. So anyway, moving on to the next scene. Um, well, the last scene actually. All of Scrap's family, his aunts and cousins, and mama and brother, and all the and their kids and kids and kids, whatever. They all came together to pray for Scrap because he's getting ready to go off to prison. Well, apparently, next week I guess we'll see his amount of time that he got, but I think he got like 5 years and 20 years of probation, or whatever the hell that I was saying. So I definitely think that's the case. I have to be honest with y'all. I low key like cried a little bit because it's just like damn, it's just somebody else going into the system of color, and it's already so many of us, blacks and Latinos, it's all in the fucking system. So it really definitely kind of got to me a little bit, but I don't know why people don't make better decisions. Like my God, like you know what? A lot of people. I heard this quote, I think, from Will Smith or somebody, and it was just like I went kind of like, "You are who your friends are." A lot of times, these dudes or these women or just people in general, they hang out with people who ain't doing right, and they continue to hang out with them because they feel like they're obligated to be with them because maybe they grew up together or maybe they've done things for them or whatever the hell. But it's just like you have to eliminate some people out of your life. Like if they are doing bad shit or associated with such and such who's bad and doing this, and delete, hashtag block, hashtag unfriend. You need to get these people out of your life. Like because with your friends, it don't even matter if you're not doing nothing. If you hanging with them, they gonna see you as doing something, and you need to just chill out and stop. And half these people that's out here doing all this shit got kids. Like you, all of a sudden you want to think about the kids and be upset and cry and shit when the shit done hit the fan when you get ready to go away from all your bad doing. Why not just think twice and not do it anyway? Like so it's just like I don't know. It's very weird, and I just wish the best for the world. My God, and KKS getting arrested, the grandma recently. It's just a hot mess. That whole damn family. They got my last name King. Like I don't know if I'm related to him or not, but they distant cousins. If I'm related to them, they distant cousins. I don't know them people, child. All I do is drink a little bit and twerk sometime and go to the gym, eat, drink, piss and shit. Is about it. But anyway, that's pretty much my review, you guys. It was a little all over the place. Excuse my tipsiness, darling, but it was definitely fun. I'm coming down a little bit from it, so I'm good. But anyway, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Miss Guys, Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's King's World on Twitter, at It's King's World on Instagram, all capital letters. At It's King's World 89 on Snapchat. Chase King was on Facebook. And I think that's it. Like, share, comment, all the good stuff. All right. See you guys next episode. I love you so much. I really do. Bye bye. See, there are many imitators, but there's only one. There's only one original. That's my baby, Bobby Brown. You see that little girl down there? Bobby Christina. Rest in peace to both of them.